Alright, hello ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and dweebs. Welcome back to my new video. This is for the unboxing of Dominaria. So this set I think came out in 2018. Again, this is a set that I have not yet opened, so I'm quite excited to open this. So let's get to cracking. So I think on the box you can see here you have Karn, Teferi, and is that Joyra? Okay. So again we have 36 packs and this 15 card booster pack. So quite a lot to get to today, but hopefully we should be getting some good pulls. And let's see, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So let's put this over there. Right, let's go. Pack 1. So this is made in the US. Again, it's 2008. Right, let's get to cracking. Alright, so just give me a second. Are there any comments here that or uncommons that are worth anything? So maybe just Rat Colony, Tiova, Tsuku. Okay, so we'll just go through the commons real quick and start with the uncommons. Alright, here we go. So we have Wizard's Lightning, 2 in red. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a wizard, and it deals 3 damage to any target. Gaia's Blessing, Rite of Bells and Luck for our rare. So it's 2 and black, and it's a saga. So the first 2 what do you call this, levels would be that you create 2 0/1 black cleric creature tokens, and then on the third lore counter you create a 6/6 black demon creature token with flying and trample, and at the beginning of your upkeep sacrifice another creature. If you can't, this creature deals 6 damage to you. Alright, okay. So let's put that over there. Then we have a legendary creature, Wrath Capashen, Ship's Mage. So 2 white and blue, flying and flash. You may cast historic spells as though they had flash. Okay, that's interesting. And we have a mountain and sapling. There. So is it in this set you get a legendary for each pack? Let's see. Okay. Going through the commons here. Right, you have Untamed Kavu, Spore Crown Thalid. Oh, and we hit the best card in this particular set, Mox Amber. Hello, first mythic for the set, and that's a good score. I mean, similar to my previous video, we picked up Smothering Tithe on the second pack. So here we got Mox Amber on the second pack. So ding ding ding, meow 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 meow. Pretty cool. All right, Mox Amber. So I think by itself this is already a good pack, right? I mean a good set. But let's see, maybe hoping we can get some duplications. Alright, continuing on, we have Settle the Score foil. Okay, let's put that there. And another legendary. So maybe you can put the legendary creatures on one pile. So we have the Tiova Benthic Druid, who I think is of some value here. Yeah. So we pick that up, and then token and land. Alright, so I'm quite enthused that we got Mox Amber. Definitely one of the mana rocks that you would like to have on a CEDH deck. Well, I don't really play CEDH, but it's always nice to have something like that. Okay, so we have a classic here, 3 and white Sarah Angel. So this is probably one of my favorite cards before when I was playing about 25 years ago. And it was pretty strong. And that time there's no vigilance, it just said that it didn't tap. Right, so pretty cool card. Then we have another Gaia's Blessing. For the rare, we have a Tempest Djinn, blue, 0/4 flying Tempest Djinn gets 1/0 for each basic island you control. Alright, so let's put that in the rare slot. Then we have another legendary creature, Baird, Steward of Argive. 2 and white, 2/4 Vigilant Human Soldier. Creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless that controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. Alright. So let's put that in the legendary pile. So I'm still looking at that Mox Amber there, looking good. But it's a mythic all by his lonesome. Hoping to add to that. Alright, so going through the... Okay, so we got Rat Colony. So let's put that over here. On the commons, okay, another Wizard's Lightning. Oh, actually, let's put Rat Colony over here with a notables row. Alright, we have the Song of Freyalise. It's a saga, so you can have your creatures give you mana. And then on the third lore counter, you can put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Then it gains Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible until end of turn. Right? Damping Sphere. Okay. Alright, and we have a foil Syncopate. Alright, so let's put that over here. And for our legendary, or for our rare, we have Grand Warlord Radha. Okay. 2 red and green elf warrior creature with haste and power toughness 3/4. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control attack, add that much mana in any combination of red and or green. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Right, okay. Okay, moving on to the next pack. So let's go through this real quick. Alright, here we go. So starting off, we have Chainer's Torment, Shield of the Realm. So it's 2 colorless. If a source would deal damage to a creature, prevent 2 of that damage. Equip for 1. Then we have the Dread Shade for our rare. Black, black, black. And then you pump it with black, it gets 1/1 until end of turn. Let's put that over there. And for our legendary, we have Gwende, Pride of Femeref. 3 and 1 white. 2/2 legendary Human Knight. Double strike. Creatures you control at first strike have double strike. Okay. Moving on to the next. Alright. Here we go. So we have Cast Down, Knight of Malice, Hexproof from white, first strike 2/2, okay. Then we have a Sylvan Awakening. It's a sorcery, 2 in green. Until end of next turn, all lands you control become 2/2 elemental creatures with reach, indestructible, and haste. They're still lands. Okay. And then we have another Baird, Steward of Argive. Is it just me, or is sort of the printing here not so, tight? There's a little bit of bleeding on the side of the over here. Anyway, so I think, well, duplicate card anyway, so shouldn't be too much of a hassle. All right, onward to our next pack. Okay, plowing through the commons. Right, so again, we have another Serra Angel coming at you. Settle the Score. So it allows you to exile target creature. And we picked up Helm of the Host. So I've actually been looking for this card because I've been building a... I picked up the precon, right, of... what is that again? Galea. And she really is a Aura Equipment deck. Aura Equipment Commander. So I've stacked my... I've already upgraded that particular deck. And I was actually looking for this to add to that. So perfect. And I think this is one of the high value cards also of this set. So quite happy that we picked this up. so far this pack is looking quite good. All right, and then next we have Grun, the Lonely King. It's an ape warrior, legendary creature, 4 and green green, 5/5. So with kicker 3, if Grun, the Lonely King, was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 5/1/1 counters, and when it attacks alone, double its power and toughness until end of turn. All right. Okay, and then we have this. Ooh, there's a little bit of a weird, maybe, bad printing over there, or the cutting. All right. So moving on. Okay, so we have Helm of the Host, Mox Amber. What else are we looking for in this particular set? I think we're also looking for Teferi, right? Yeah. So hopefully we get Teferi. Right, so we go through the commons again. Okay, we have another Saga, Eldest Reborn, Diligent Excavator. So it's 1 blue, it's a 1/3 human artificer. Whenever you cast a historic spell, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. Okay, good for milling. Oh, and we get a Sulfur Falls for the land. Alright, so let's put that over here. And we get Garna, the Blood Flame, for the legendary creature. Alright. Next pack. So far, this box is looking good. Okay, go through the comments again. Okay, we have another Saga over here. Chainer's Torment. Is this the set where you first had Sagas, or, did it come out elsewhere? Let me know. We have Howling Golem. We have Memorial to Glory, a land. So it enters the battlefield, tap it for white, pay 3 in white, sacrifice it to create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Okay. And for our rare, we have a legendary creature, Naban, the Dean of Iteration. I actually have him already from, I think it was it Commander Legends or from Strixhaven, I forget. But yeah, that's interesting card. Let's put that there. Okay, moving on to the next. So going through the commons again. Okay, so let's start off with Urza's Tome, Sanctum Spirit, the Sage of Latnam. Alright. Oh, and we have another mythic, Narumeha, Master Wizard, for 2 and blue. She's a 3/3 legendary human wizard with flash. When Narumeha, Master Wizard, enters the battlefield, copy target instant or spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy, and other wizards you control get +1/+1. Alright, so let's put that over here. Okay. So we have 2 mythics so far, 1 Mox Amber, and then we got the Helm of the Hosts. I think the only thing we're looking for now is Teferi. Okay, so we have the Sentinel of the Pearl Trident, Wild Onslaught, and we have Karn's Temporal Sundering. So it's 4 blue. It's a legendary sorcery. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then exile Karn's Temporal Sundering. Alright. And then we have a foil Blood Tallow Candle. Okay, we'll put that over there. And for our legendary creature, we have Slimefoot, the Stowaway. So it's a fungus, 2/3, for 1 black and green. Whenever a sapling you control dies, Slimefoot Stowaway deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. And then you can pay 4 to create a sapling creature token. Alright. Okay, I think we're coming up to the last pack maybe of this third of the box. So far we've had a very interesting first third. We got 2 of the top 3 cards already, so I'm hoping that we can get some duplications in the second and third thirds of this particular box. Okay, so let's start off with Time of Ice, a saga. Weight of Memory, so you have Karn, Teferi, and Joyra there having a little chat. And a mythic, History of Benalia. So it's 1 white. For the first 2 lore counters that you sacrifice or that you remove, you create 2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance. Or sorry, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance 2 times. And then on the 3rd lore counter, knights you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Mythic. Well, it's kind of underwhelming for a mythic, I think. Anyway, we'll see. And we get Danitha, Compassion, Paragon. So it's 2 and 1 white, a 2/2 legendary human knight with first strike, vigilance, and lifelink. And aura and equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So this actually goes perfect with my Galea deck. And I was searching for this card as well. So great that I picked up in this particular pack. Alright, so we're moving on to the second third of this draft box. Okay guys, my apologies. My phone just stopped recording because it's apparently too hot. So I've cooled it down a little bit and hopefully we can continue. So I was in the middle of just opening the first pack of this particular third of the box, the second third of the box. So here we go. Alright, going through the comments again. And then let me put that away. Oops. Yeah, okay, let's put that there. So we have Board the Weatherlight, Icy Manipulator, then we have the Clifftop Retreat for the rare, and then for our legendary, it's Rana, the Disciple of Gix. Alright. Okay, next pack. Okay, Syncopate. Alright. We have Nature Spiral. Fight with Fire. Check out that art. That art is pretty cool. Joyra's Familiar. Reminds you of the Archimedes. And then for our rare, we have Ariel, Knight of Windgrace. Okay, it's 2 white and black for human knight with vigilance. So you pay 2 and 1 white, tap it. You create a 2/2 white knight with vigilance. Pay black and tap X, untap knights you control, destroy target creature with power X or less. Alright, so let's put that as rare. Put it over there. Okay, so far this particular third has been a bit underwhelming. Okay, so we move on to Memorial to Unity, Sanctum Spirit, and we have Haphazard Bombardment for the rare. So when it comes in, choose 4 non-enchantment permanents you don't control and put an aim counter on each of them. At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more permanents you don't control have an aim counter on them, destroy one of those permanents at random. Alright. Then we have another Slimefoot Stowaway. Then we have land and a token. So moving on to the next pack. Let's try to pick up the pace a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's start a new pile for the commons over here. So we have Triumph of Gerard, Orcish Vandal, Benalish Marshal, that over there, a foil Aven Sentry, And then we have Tetsuko Umizawa as our legendary creature. So it's 1 and blue. Creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. Alright. So that'll be good for someone with Infect, maybe. Okay. Moving on to the next. Okay, so we have Cast Down, Sorcerer's Wand, Urza's Ruinous Blast. So it's 4 and 1 white, legendary sorcery. Exile all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. Interesting. Okay. Then we have Halar, the Fire Fletcher, as the legendary. So it's 3/3 Trample Elf Archer. Whenever you cast a spell, if that spell was kicked, put a 1/1 counter on Halar. And then deals damage equal to the number of 1/1 counters to each opponent. Okay, here we go again. So we have Fungal Plots, Thallid Soothsayer, Fall of the Thran for our rare. So the first one is destroy all lands, and the next 2 saga counters, each player returns 2 land cards from the graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, then we have a Foil Mountain, and then we have Slinvoda, the Rising Deep. It's a Leviathan 8/8. Alright, that there. So far, no big hits yet for this third of the box. So I'm hoping that we can pick up the Fairy. Okay, so Human Grace, Sarah's Disciple, Divest, Divination. Alright. So we have for first on uncommon Fire Fist Adept, Curator's Ward. Yeah, I was actually looking for this card too, for that Kalea deck where I want to give my creature hexproof. You know, for Voltron decks, I think you need to protect that Voltron, whoever it is, right? So, and it allows you to draw. So that's pretty good. And then we have Hinterland Harbor for the rare. And then we get Shanna Sisei's Legacy for the legendary creature. Alright. Okay. So we get another Fire Fist Adept, Goblin Barrage, and Kamal's Druidic Vow. So it's X and green, legendary sorcery. Look at the top X cards of your library. You may put any number of land and or legendary permanent cards with converted mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest into your graveyard. Alright. Then we have for the legendary, it's a Whisper Blood Liturgist, Human Cleric, for 3 and black. Tap and sacrifice 2 creatures. Return target creature card from graveyard to the battlefield. Nice. Okay. I recently watched the series on Netflix, Midnight Mass. That's pretty cool. This Whisper Blood Liturgist sort of evokes some of the things over there, so make sure to watch it. It's actually quite a good series. Very biblical and scripture heavy, so quite good. Okay, so going through this again. Right, so we start off with a Dauntless Bodyguard, Shield of the Realm, Jaya's Immolating Inferno. Okay, for the rare. And we have Titiova again. Alright, so heading into the last 3 packs for this third of the box. And I'm hoping that we can still pull out something good. Or, you know, maybe we're top heavy and hit everything at the start of the box, right? Okay, so next we have Memorial to Genius, the Flame of Keld. For the rare, we have Mishra's Self-Replicator. So it's for 5 colorless. Whenever you cast a historic spell, you may pay 1. If you do, create a token that's a copy of Mishra's Self-Replicator. Interesting. Okay. And then for legendary, we have Yargle, Glutton of Urborg. Okay. Okay, going through the commons. Here we go. So for the uncommon, you have Wizard's Retort, Final Parting, and we have a Steel Leaf Champion for the rare, and we have Arvad the Cursed for the legendary creature, Death Touch, Lifelink. Other legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. Alright. Okay, so last pack for this third, which, as good as the first third was, this was not as good, or as bad, if that's how you would phrase it. So hopefully we can end this on a high note. Anything interesting here? None. Alright, here we go. So we have a Goblin War Chief, Memorial to War, and we have a Woodland Cemetery for the rare, and we have Urgoros, the Empty One, 4 and black. It's a 4/3 Flying Spectre. Whenever Urgoros, the Empty One, deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card at random. If that player can't, you draw a card. Okay. So we're heading into the last third of this box. The middle of this box was quite underwhelming. We just got really lucky at the start, but let's see if we can bounce back here and finish strong. So we have another Goblin War Chief, Thorn Elemental. We have the Thran Temporal Gateway. Okay, allows you to cheat stuff in. And we have Adeliz the Cinder Ward for the legendary slot. Flying Haste 2/2. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, wizards you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Alright. Moving on. Another rat colony over there. Alright, so we have Wizard's Retort, Memorial to Glory, Howling Golem, and a foil Fall of the Thran. That actually looks pretty nice. Okay. Oh, and we get a double rare pack. We have Joda, Archmage Eternal for the legendary slot. So it's 1 blue, red, and white. 4/3 human wizard flying, and you may pay white, blue, green, red, and black rather than pay the mana cost for spells that you cast. I wonder how this works with X spells. Okay. So let's put that away over here. Alright. Sorry, let me just move away some of the common pile. It's stacking up. Okay, so we were able to get a double rare pack. First one for this particular box. Alright, so let's go through this. Okay, so we're starting off with Knight of Grace in Bolas's Clutches. So you have Liliana there. Well, yeah, you can control enchanted permanent, and then that permanent becomes legendary. Okay. We have a Thalid Soothsayer, and then for the mythic we have Multani Yavimmaya's Avatar. I actually do like this card. It's in my Obun deck, Land Manners deck. Very fun to play. So that'll be a duplicate for me. Alright. So we have again Untamed Kavu, Merfolk Trickster, the Mirari's Conjecture for the rare. Then we have Valduk, Keeper of the Flame for the legendary. Okay. Okay, so we have a 2 rare pack and then a mythic for this last third. So looks like it's starting to look up again. Alright, so we have Memorial to Folly, Fungal Plots, Goblin Barrage, and Zahid, Djinn of the Lamp for our rare. Well, actually, it's also the legendary for this pack. Okay. So still no Teferi. I'm wondering if we will pick up that little bad boy. Hopefully we have 6 more packs to go. So there is still some time. Okay, we have another Memorial to Folly. Hold on. Joyrous Familiar. Forebear's Blade. Okay. For the rare, and we have another Whisper. Blood Liturgist. Okay, here we go. So let's just make a new, another rat colony there. New common file over here. So we have Memorial to Genius, Nature's Spiral, Memorial to War, so 2 memorials. Then we have a foil Whisper Blood Liturgist. And our rare would be Marwyn the Nurturer. So it's a 2 in green, 1/1 Elf Druid. When another elf enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Marwyn the Nurturer. Tap, add an amount of green equal to Marwyn's power. So perfect for elf tribal decks. Let's put that over there. Still no sight of Teferi though. Okay. We have Time of Ice, another saga. The Warcry Phoenix. Alright, we have another mythic, Weatherlight. So for pay 4, it's a 4/5 flying vehicle. When it deals combat damage to the player, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a story card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Crew for 3. Alright, and then we have another Arvad the Cursed. Plain and token. Okay, last 4 packs now in hand. So in this third, we picked up 2 mythics, and we had a 1 double rare pack. Okay, so we have Spore Swarm, Zalfirin Void. So it's land. You can scry, and then you can tap for colorless. And for a rare, we have an Isolated Chapel. And then for the legendary, it's Grun the Lonely King again. Okay. Okay, down to the last 3. Okay, so we get the Icy Manipulator, another Curator's Ward, and then for the rare, we have the Antiquities War. Interesting. We have a foil Ancient Animus. Nice looking foil there. And then for our legendary, we have Tiana, Ship's Caretaker. So it's a 3 white-red Angel Artificer, flying for a strike. Whenever an aura or equipment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Too bad it's not in the colors of Galea. That would have been perfect. Okay, down to the last 2 packs. Are we still gonna get the Teferi? Are we or are we not? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Amaranthine Wall, I mean. So 0/6 Defender. So you can pay 2, it becomes indestructible. Weight of Memory, well, that's Teferi over there. So did we get him? I don't know. Siege Gang Commander for the rare. Alright. And then we have another Slin Voda, the Rising Deep. Right, last pack. We get the fairy. Let's see. Okay, so we have Champion of the Flame. On Sarah's Wings. And Black Blade Reforged. I was actually looking for this card as well. Great for me to get it now. Okay, that means probably no to fairy, but still. Got one of the cards that I was chasing for in this particular box. Okay, again, this is gonna go to my Galea deck. Oh! Close, but no cigar. So we did get the fairy, but his oath. So it's a foil legendary enchantment. Right on the last pack. So it's 3 white and blue. When Oath of the Fairy enters the battlefield, exile another target permanent you control. Return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. You may activate the loyalty abilities of planeswalkers you control twice each turn rather than only once. Alright, nice. Okay, so it's a double rare pack, and then we still have our legendary of Shanna, Sisei's Legacy. And that. So I think we ended well. Double rare, and one of them the chase cards that I've been looking for. We got 5 mythics with Mox Amber. So yeah, I think this was a pretty good box, very decent. And yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this particular unboxing, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.